For the
my lord, for the second defendant.
yes.
My lord, the matter is for trial. The witness, sole witness for the claimant, is also present in court from Kanyip, my lord. So subject to convenience of the court, we're ready to proceed. That's the only witness we have, my lord.
Yes.
My lord, you're also ready.
Mr. Ju, when did you file the witness deposition? The one he intends to rely on.
The witness statement was filed on the 22nd of October, 2020, my lord.
22nd of October,
Yes, my lord.
2020.
It's 22nd.
Yes, okay. 22nd of October.
As a couple, please.
Are we ready to proceed now?
I'm ready to proceed, my lord. I don't know why how the witness will be deposed. It's my first online
I'll
experience.
just go on because
As a couple, please.
the witness is
Mr. Osodo, can you hear me and see me from where you are?
Yes, I can hear you and see you.
All right. Can you tell the courts your full name?
My full names are Hannington Osodo. I am Kenyan and I am in Nairobi now.
Okay. Can you remember signing a witness deposition in this case?
Yes.
Now, there's a witness deposition signed on the 22nd of October, 2020. Do you have a copy of that deposition, and do you confirm that is a witness deposition in this case?
Yes, I have it.
It's of 19 paragraph, yeah. Okay. Now,
is that the only, Mr. Is that the only witness deposition?
That's the only deposition. Now, do you adopt this deposition as your evidence in chief in this case?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Now, furthermore, Mr. Osodo, in the deposition, you refer to a list of 7 different documents in all. Now, those documents are with me and going to be tendered in court. Do you confirm that that document with the list are the documents you refer to in this case?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Lord, we seek to tender a list of 7 documents referred to in the witness disposition. I've accompanied the documents with a schedule. My Lord, just an error in number 3. It should have been 13th April instead of 3rd April. My learned friend has also been served a copy of both the position and the exhibits. I seek to tender these exhibits in court.
Yes, Mr. Maidewa, do you have the list of documents?
Yes, my lord, we have it with us.
So can you go through it?
Yes, my lord, we have done that. I will go to my lord through the dates. We have a letter dated 16th January 2015. Then a letter 18th February 20.
Just one moment. Mr. Ju.
Yes, my lord.
Apart from the schedule of documents admissible and not admissible, do you have a list of documents to be relied on? No,
those that's the list. That's the whole schedule of the list of documents that we rely on, my lord. We had front-loaded that in the hope that maybe there will be an agreement with counsel whether he's objecting and all of that. So we did that out of abundance of caution, but that's the entire list we rely on.
Yes, Mr. Maido, you have seen the documents.
Yes, my lord. My lord, we reserve our objection until
Okay.
final address as indicated in the ruling.
Yes, Mr. Jim,
That's
do
copy.
you have the documents here? Because we need to mark them.
Yes, I have a schedule of the document.
How many documents are there together? We're going to mark the documents now.
That's copy.
Yes, ma'am.
The employment contract dated 16 January 2015. No, just 1 moment.
Yeah.
The documents tendered by the claimant witness admitted in evidence and marked as exhibits H01 to H07, and they are marked accordingly. We start with the first document. The employment document contract dated 16 January 2015 is marked as exhibit H01.
That's copy.
Defendant's letter dated 18th February H02. Defendant's emails dated 13th April 2016, 10th June 2016, H03A and B. There are 2 emails.
Yes, my lord.
Defendant's emails dated 25th February 2016, 9th March 2016, written to the claimants, will be marked as H04A and B. The statement of account issued by the first defendant acknowledging indebtedness to the claimants. You have the statement of account? H05. London Interbank official rates documents. I don't know what that means. Well, let me see that document. Mr. Ajay, what is this document meant?
You know, that is the online rate for the London Interbank official rate for rate of interest on a daily on the period in question, my lord. The schedule showing the rate, LIBOR rate for dollar denomination.
Tick. Mark this as a with H06. And then the claimant solicitor's letter dated 6th September 2017, H07.
As a copy of this. You know, that's all for the witness.
Yes, second defendants. Are you
Yes, my
ready for
lord.
the cross-examination?
Yes, my lord. We are ready, my lord.
How many minutes do you think you need for cross-examination?
My lord, I need 20 minutes.
Yes. Okay, can we start?
Yes, my lord. Are you ready, my lord? We are ready. Mr. Huntington, do you agree with me that it was the first defendant that engaged you in its service based on the letter of 16 January 2015?
That it was the first defendant. Mr. Wanda, we have to
Yes,
speak up so I will hear you. You said you agree
very
that
well,
it was
my
the first defendant.
very well, ma'am. It was the first defendant who
Yes.
engaged him as a claimant, as an employee, based on exhibit
That engaged him
H01.
as an employee.
Yes, based on exhibit H01.
Yes, sir. There's ample evidence.
Sir, just simple question, yes or no. So I didn't agree with you or I agree with you. It's a simple question. Based on that letter, who engaged you?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
Uh,
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Do you have
Now,
extra?
sir,
Okay.
you also agree with me, sir, that based on exhibit HO2, that is later dated 18 February 2015, it was the first defendant who guarantees your payment. You agree with me? Based on the last paragraph of exhibit HO2, is with you, you can read it to the hearing of the court.
Yes, got
Correct. The first defendant, yes.
Yes, witness, what is your answer to that question?
Yes, the first the salaries were guaranteed by Gotel Africa, a
Sorry,
child
sir.
of Gotel Communications.
Sorry, sir. We are not asking. We said the document is before you. Based on that exhibit HO2, it is the first defendant that guarantees to pay you your salary. Yes, it's there.
Yes.
Answer. Correct. Now, look at exhibit HO3A and HO3B.
Exhibit
HO3A and HO3B. That is the mail of 13th April and 10 June. These two mails, based on these two mails were not addressed to you. Look at it, your name is not reflected there. Check it. Is it correct? Look at the two mails. They are not addressed to you.
That email was generally addressed to the general expatriate workers working for Gotel, and I received a copy.
I'm sorry there. Show me where it was addressed to the expatriate there. The two mails. It was not addressed to either the expatriate, even in that two mails. Check it. Show me the two mails where it is addressed to you or the expatriates. It's not there. You agree with me? Correct? Based on those two mails, correct?
Mr. Hannington, have you answered this question?
Yes, the email does not show that it's addressed to me, but we received this email as a group.
Correct. That is only what I'm asking, sir. You agree with me? It's not. There is nowhere it shows that it was addressed to you. You agree with me?
But it addresses the matter that is at hand.
So I don't deviate from my question. Based on the email, the two emails, nowhere it shows that it is addressed to you. Correct?
That is correct.
Correct. Thank you. Now, let's go to exhibit HO5. HO5. There are a series of emails in exhibit HO5. Series of emails. Sorry, not exhibit HO5. Exhibit HO4A and B. Sorry, sir. Exhibit HO4A and B. Do you see it, sir? There are a series of emails emails dated 25th February 2016, 1st March 2016, 9th March 2016, and 17 March 2016. They are emails written by Gary Alfonso. Correct, sir? Alfonso. Correct, sir?
Correct.
Yes.
Written by who?
Gary Alfonso. My lord.
Yes.
So look at where Gary Alfonso wrote where Gary Alfonso wrote his name. He wrote this mail in his capacity as the first defendant chief operating officer. Am I correct?
Yes.
Look at it. Correct.
He wrote the mail as the first defendant.
Chief operating officer.
That is correct.
Yes. Now, look at exhibit HO5. HO5 is your statement. Is a statement of account. Statement of account of the first defendant. Correct?
Yes.
Yes. So apart from the name of the first defendant at the top, you will agree with me there is nowhere where either the person who wrote, who made this statement or his signature. Yes, sir.
Second defendant, I cannot get your question.
Yes, my lord. I said, based on exhibit HO5,
Yes.
apart from the name of the first defendant at the top of the statement, there is nowhere where it shows that, where it shows the person who made that statement or who signed it. Correct, sir? Am I correct? Check exhibit HO5.
There is nowhere what?
Yeah, the person who made that statement put his name or append his signature.
That is very true. That statement came from Gotel Communications Auditing Unit.
No, I still cannot get it until I'm able to get it, and I'll not be able to, can't put it down properly.
Yes,
there is exhibit HO5,
yes,
which
sir.
is a statement of account, and then of the
Yes,
first defendant. You have asked him that apart from the name of the first defendant, I will agree with that. There is nowhere the person who appended the signature did what?
Who made the statement write his name or appended his signature? The person who prepared the statement. There's nowhere.
That is correct. Gotel Communications Limited is not listed there, but the statement was issued by Gotel Communications Auditing Unit. That's where I got it.
It was issued by the audit unit of
Gotel Communications.
Of the second, of where? Of the second defendant?
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Show us where it's in exhibit HO5 that it was issued by the second defendant.
You should show us what?
In the exhibit HO5, where he said the document was issued from the second defendant audit unit. I said, show us in the document where this was reflected.
Sir, it is.
I said in the document. If it is not there, I say it is not there.
Yes, it's not there.
Yeah, it's not there.
Mr. Maidawa, are we still
Yes,
on?
ma'am.
Process of
Yes,
nation
my lord.
government, then?
Yes, my lord. You will also agree with me that both the first and the second defendants are not situated in Lagos, correct, sir?
Both the first and second defendants are not
Yes,
what?
are not situated in Lagos. So they are not resident in Lagos.
No,
Correct, sir?
that's correct. They're not.
Yes.
Any more questions?
Yes, last one, my lord.
No,
You
can
also
go.
agree with, yes, my lord. You also agree with me that the first defendant situated in Abuja, while the second defendant situated in Yola, Adamawa State. Correct?
That the first defendants,
Situated in Lagos, in Abuja, my lord.
that the
While
first
the
defendant
second
is based in Abuja.
is based in Abuja, yes, my lord.
Is it first or
While
second defendant?
the first defendant is based in Abuja, while second defendant based in Yola, Adamawa State, the capital of Adamawa State. Correct, sir?
Those are the addresses that I know of, but GoTel Africa was based as well in Yola. So I worked in Yola for nearly a whole year for GoTel Africa in the headquarters of GoTel Communications. So there's no way we can differentiate the two because there's enough evidence connecting the two together. One is the mother, the other is the child.
Sorry, sir. Just understand what I'm saying. So they are both based in Yola, correct?
They were when I was working in Yola.
Yes. Finally. Sir, do you have any document to show this court? Sorry, sir. It is correct that it is only by way of the memorandum of association or article of association that you will find out the name of the board of directors of a particular company. Correct, sir?
My lord, those are
I
didn't get you.
Which witness cannot. Yes.
Understand the questions. I've not been able to. You said, do you have any documents to do or to show the courts that what happened?
Okay. Let me read. Do you have any document to show that the board of directors of GoTel Communication of GoTel of the first and second defendant are one and the same board of directors?
They might have changed, sir. They might have changed.
Sir, do you have it or you don't have it here in court? That's the question.
My counsel has some documents.
I'm not asking your counsel, sir. I'm asking you, sir. Do you have
at the moment? No, at the moment, no.
Yeah, you don't have it. All right. My lord, you got the answer.
Yes. Leonard Counsel, do we still have any more questions?
No, sir, my lord, that's all.
Okay. My lord, I have two questions for re-examinations.
Yes.
The first, Mr. Osodo, is look at HO2, exhibit HO2. You were cross-examined on exhibit HO2. That is the letter dated 18th February 2015. Have you seen that letter?
Yes, sir.
And you will remember that you were cross-examined as to who guaranteed the payment, right?
Yes, sir.
Now go to the end of the letter, the letter-headed paper of our company. Can you tell the court who
Sorry.
issued that letter in point of fact? Is it the first or the second defendant? Hotel Communication.
Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir.
It is the first, the second.
The second defendant. Milord,
Yes.
No,
My lord, I
the
object to this.
just one moment.
yes.
The question asked by the second
Yes.
defendant is who guaranteed your payment? Do you agree that
Yes.
is the first defendant
Yes.
by that letter that guaranteed your
Yes.
payment? And he answered yes.
Yes. Yes. Milord, and the
But you are shifting away from payments now to who issued the letter. You know, when we talk about ambiguity,
yes.
we're talking about facts from the questions put across to the witness. And then if there is ambiguity, that is, he does not understand the question. But we're talking about payment, his payment, who guaranteed
the payment.
But you are talking about who issued the exhibit HO2, the letter.
Yes.
Yes.
Are they the same thing?
They're the same thing, Milord.
No, my
Who
lord.
guaranteed who issued?
Well, the exhibit HO2 was issued by a company.
No, he asked him.
Okay.
Because I remember clearly.
All right. Okay.
Who
Milord,
guaranteed?
Milord, I will not force the issue. That may well even be a legal question to address later on.
Yes, we can bring it up at the address stage.
But the question is, Mr. Osondo,
Yes.
look at exhibit HO2, because there was a lot of conversation during cross-examination about who you worked with and all that. Now,
Yes.
and they mentioned the name Gary Afonso,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Who was Gary Afonso in the first and second defendant?
Sorry, my lord. I object to the line.
Is that
Yes, my
Mr.
lord.
Achu?
Yes,
Should
ma'am.
I say that is a question, a leading question, or a re-examination? I'm still looking at it
Do
because
you know?
when the name Gabi Afonso was mentioned, it says it was mentioned in exhibit H04A and B email, dated 9th of March and February 25th, 2016.
Mhm.
And he asked him whether the mail was written by the first defendant, CEO.
Oh, yes.
The witness said yes.
Yes. Yes, Milord.
Okay.
Yes.
But now you are asking him a different question altogether.
My lord.
Who was Gary Afonso for the first and the second defendant?
Yes.
These are issues you can actually raise.
Milord, having regard to the fact that
Yes.
Gary Afonso issued that letter on the name of the second defendant.
Is it the name of the second
Yes,
defendant?
that headed paper is the second defendant's.
So why did the witness agree that he wrote the mail as the first defendant CEO?
Yes.
He said yes.
Yes. So the
what-
question,
My lord, it is also there in exhibit HO-A and B.
Yes,
In his capacity. Yes, my
yes,
lord.
let me hear from Mr. Achu.
can you let me ask my
Yes.
question first?
Yes, ma'am.
Milord, there has to be a clarity
Okay.
as to who Gary Afonso was, because that question was put to him during cross-examination as the CEO of a first defendant.
Okay.
He clarified that.
What's the clarity you want?
Milord, there is a document before your lordship
Okay.
signed by the same Gary Afonso
Okay.
using the second defendant letter-headed paper.
But the only question, if I remember, except maybe I wasn't listening,
Yes.
is that the letter that exhibit HO4A and B,
Yes.
written by Gabi Afonso,
Yes.
he wrote the email as the first defendant CEO.
Yes. Milord.
The witness answered yes.
Yes. Milord. Yes.
So I want to know what you are bringing in, what
I'm
clarity,
bringing-
what the clarity that you want
I
to
mean,
want
in the
court to-
cross-examination, the witness did mention that the first and defendants and second defendants are fathers and son. It is possible that Gary Afonso was also the CEO of the second defendant. And that's the question that I want to put to the witness to clarify, because he worked for both of them.
Mr. Achu,
Yes.
I've looked through the questions. I
yes.
just want to
Okay.
see where it comes in that he worked as.
All right.
That issue you can raise at the address
As-
stage.
as
Because
court is-
remember that there are documents before the courts.
All right.
So whether you bring it up
Okay.
now or not, I will still look at the documents.
The second question, Mr. Osondo,
Yes,
is
sir.
there were emails mentioned as HO5 and HO6, HO3, HO4 A and B.
Yes.
And the suggestion was that those emails were not copied to you. Now look at the emails of HO5. Is that?
No, you are talking about HO3.
Yes.
Yeah, you're missing it up.
Okay.
HO3 is where he asked the question whether it was written personally to him.
Yes. And you mentioned that it was sent to the expatriate staff.
Yeah, okay.
Of GoTel Africa. Are you one of those staff?
Yes, sir.
No, sir. No, sir. That is not what we asked. We asked him whether that particular email, exhibit HO3 A and B, mentioned expatriate staff. And he said no.
No. I think the question was whether it was
Yes, that was the question.
No, it was
No,
addressed
look
to
at the way the question was framed. It says, look at exhibit HO3 A and B. These two emails were not addressed to you as your name is not reflected.
Yes.
The witness answer, it was addressed to the expatriate workers of GoTel.
Yes.
And he says, show me where it was addressed to all the expatriates. He said, we received the email as a group.
Okay. All right. I don't
know. So
that,
is there
that
needs to
okay. All right.
still...
Okay. I didn't know that your lordship got the point on that. And then finally on that, you were asked a question whether you have a certificate of incorporation or memorandum of association showing the relationship of the two companies, the first and second defendant. I'm sure your answer is that you probably have and it exists with the lawyer. But the question, I'm asking that. That's your answer, really. But the question I ask, do you even have any documents to show your relationship with the second defendant?
Asking a different
question. That's a question on its own.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You know, the witness, what you're doing is re-examination,
yes,
not cross-examination.
Yes,
you are asking, he had asked him, do you have any documents to show that the first and the second defendants are one? And then you also answered that he said, no, the documents must be with his counsel.
Yes.
Now you have come up with your own question. So let us hear your question, whether that is what you should actually
me, my lord, and to say that the purpose of re-examination is so that the court will have a full picture of the whole case. At the end of the day.
No. Let us cancel. You are missing the point. It's not that the court will have a full picture. You know, you're going to have your own opportunity to cross-examine the witnesses on the other side.
Yes.
It's not whether the court wants to have a full picture. It's for you to clear ambiguity. Remember, he has been cross-examined. You are re-examining your own witness. And then it is to clear any ambiguity that has been raised during that. Not whether he has any question. You are asking a different question. You are bringing up a question.
Subject to your lawyer position, I do have a different view because the Evidence Act does not limit re-examination to ambiguity. Now, the question which I've arisen in this case is that, is the court really clear as to the relationship between the first and second defendant, having the regards to the questions that have been raised in cross-examination in this case?
You know, he had the opportunity to answer that. When they asked him the question, what is the
relationship?
The relationship, do you have any documents to show that it is one? We could have also thrown more light on that. That the first and the second, I don't have documents, but this is what happened. He didn't answer that. And then you cannot now answer that for him.
Lord, I do appreciate
that's what places. We are more grateful, my lord.
The case in any respect.
You say what?
Whether that answer assists the case in any respect.
Which answer?
Whether he has documents to collect the both of them, apart from the one that the defendant counsel has put to him.
Yeah.
Is that an evidence that the court may want to look at for the purpose of resolving this issue? That is the clarity that I want, my lord.
Learned counsel, the witness had the opportunity. Because when I do my this cross-examination and this yes, no, if the witness says, my lord, I have an explanation, I listened carefully and I put it down. But he didn't tell me that, look, my lord, I need to throw more light on this issue of the relationship between the first and the second defendant.
Yes, my lord.
I do not have the documents to show that they are one or something, but I can tell you that this is this. He didn't do that because I would have given him the opportunity to do that.
The witness wanted to say something now during this exchange. I don't know what evidence he has, and I'm not suggesting it to him. I just thought that
he can say something, but I'm not going to put it down
can you say?
No, what does he want? Is it from your re-examination or?
Maybe,
yes, just let me listen to Mr. Osodo.
Your Honor.
Yeah.
I understand how the legal system works in my country more, because we tend to listen to the council's questions and not elaborate more. I might have been mistaken on that. But on the question on whether Go Tell Africa and
No, Mr. So you cannot answer that question now. Unfortunately, you should have. You had the opportunity to do that when you were cross-examined. We are talking of re-examination. That means your counsel is asking you to where he thinks that you were not. That he needs to throw more light on some of the questions you have answered. But that is not the issue now. The issue is you want to bring up something that you ought to have told the court earlier on, and you didn't tell the court.
Court, please.
But I think your counsel still has the opportunity. Do you have documents? You have documents?
Yes,
on
the
contract.
You have documents, so then you have opportunity at the address stage.
Yes, okay. Thirdly, this whole running around, they issued a document in name of second defendant signed by the same CEO of the two companies. You know, my lord.
No, Mr. You are not going to go into that now because
your lordship should be interested in the connection to resolve this case.
Yes,
at the address stage,
yes, Mr. Aju.
Yes,
I'm interested because the issue why he came to court is that the court needs to resolve the issue to get to the bottom of the case. But then now we are doing cross-examination.
Yes.
Cross-examination is the time for them to put questions across to the witness, and you have the opportunity for re-examination to see if you're going to clear any ambiguity. So you are not presenting a fresh case now.
My lord, I do agree, and I concede.
Yes.
But the general notion that re-examination is only to clear ambiguity, if it's going to assist the case in any respect, then the question should be allowed, because we're now faced with an issue where cleverly the defendant is putting documents.
Mr. Aju, you have your own opportunity. You're going to, if the first defendant is going to come for this trial, you're going to cross-examine the witness of the first defendant and the witness of the second defendant. So what are you talking about? The case has not closed.
As accomplices, we'll bring all those documents to them.
So you have an opportunity. As if I'm going to adjourn for final address.
We do appreciate that.
You have opportunity. And moreover, the issue has not arisen now for you to ask, because what you're trying to do is to ask to start examining your own witness. There's no procedure like that.
Well,
but you are saying that the court should give you opportunity to go on with that. And there is no provision for such procedure, which I know of.
Article, please. That's all for the claimants, my lord. We would seek. I don't know how early Mr. Magawa can be here. Is it tomorrow or Monday to bring his defense witness? Subject to
he has not filed
his witness.
No, okay, no, but he has to wait to be given time to do that. I think we also have to give opportunity to the first defendant. So we're going to adjourn to see if the first defendant is going to come in.
Perhaps Mr. Maga, who is in the same company with them, will also tell them about the next adjourn date as well. He knows them very well.
Well, I don't know. He announced his appearance for
the second defendant.
He knows them very
well. I'm not in position to do that.
Let us give a date for continuation of trial.
Very well, man.
25th of July.
Hello, it's convenient. Escort, please. It's convenient.
I don't know Mr. Magua's preference. Does he want a physical hearing on that day? online hearing was limited to evidence of this witness. I don't know what his preference will be on the 26th.
No, my lord. The ruling is very clear.
Okay.
It to all of us. So
Oh, is
we
it
have,
so?
and the ruling says that, yes, the ruling says that we have an option. So we can take an option at our own time.
Okay. So perhaps he has a clarity as what he wants to do on the 26th.
No, that is not even. We want
That
to
is not
finish.
our case.
The claimant
The
has
first
not
defendant.
closed his case. He has not been cross-examined by the first defendant.
Okay.
So when we finish with the witness,
Yes.
then we know that the witness has closed his case.
Okay. All right.
Have you closed the case of the witness? So I said we'll give one
That's
more
an opportunity.
opportunity to the first defendant to see if he's going to come in for
All right. Okay.
the trial.
Ask God, please.
Below, is it possible that if you are not there, then the second defendant can bring a witness on that same day? Can prepare his witness on that same day so that we don't lose the 26th? We will give them an opportunity to cross-examine, but if they don't show up, then the defense should open.
Mr. Maidawa.
Yes, my lord.
Yes. If on the next adjourned date, if the first defendant is not desirous of defending this matter, do you want to open your case as one of the defendants?
Yes, my lord. We'll do that.
Is it physically, or you want to do that? How do you intend to do that?
I'll consult my client. Now, the second
you are in
defendant.
Nigeria, so why do you want to keep doing virtual?
My lord, what I said is that I will because we want to bring a witness and we have some documents. So I will consult them whether we'll come to Lagos to ease everything.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. But if it is not possible, I'll communicate earlier to my learned senior as well as the court that will do it on visual. But I'll try all my best to come to Lagos.
This matter is adjourned to 26th, is it 26th or 25th? 25th of July 2023 for continuation of trial. Hearing notice to be issued and served on the first defendant and proof of same filed in the case file.
As the court pleases, briefly.
Any other thing?
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mobile, so. Then.